So, welcome, Swami.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
We are very happy to meet you. So, the first question we want to know is how did Osho come into your life and what happened next?
It's a very beautiful question. By luck or chance, it happened somewhere in 1962. I was a student in the college, about 50 kilometers from my village, in a town. And one of my friends told me that there is some acharya who has started delivering some discourses from yesterday. So why don't you come and listen him too? So next day I went to listen him. He was there just for 2 days, no, 3 days. So one day I missed, but 2 days I heard him, and those 2 days became a turning point in my life. Just 2 days. A tremendous clarity was there in me to understand the things as they are. Because I had a little seed for this understanding. From the childhood, I have been reading some spiritual books. My father used to have a big library. In his library, there were thousands of books. So during the holidays, I used to read. So I had a little understanding about different religions of the world. But when I heard him, everything became very clear to me that religion does not mean a branch. Religion means which belongs to this whole world, which belongs to this whole universe. That is a religion, what I could feel during these 2 days, during his discourse. This was just enough for me. Then the man who organized his discourses, he was a friend of mine. So I asked him, do you have some of his books to read? He said, there are no big books, but there are small booklets in 1962. So I have some booklets. If you like, I can give it to you. Yeah, you can read. So he gave me about 20 volumes, and each volume was about 80 pages or something like this, not big one, small ones. And I finished all those books in 3 days. They were so interesting, jokes, stories, and I loved them. I finished. Then I asked him again that do you have some more books? He said, I have some more books, but not here, in another place. Because this friend of mine that time was the minister of education of this state, and also was his friend of this minister. So he was staying in his house. So for the discourse, there were hardly 15 people. 15 people. We were two young boys, me and the brother of the minister, and 13 people more. Out of these 15 gents, there were two women also. But these discourses were mainly on the principles of Jainism, because Osho is born in a Jaina community. So the gathering was only of Jainas, Jaina people, Jainism. So he was talking about the principles of Jainism, like non-violence, non-stealing. These were the two main topics, non-violence and non-stealing. So I was really very much amazed to see the clarity. And in between what happened, for 2 years, I did not find anything to read of him. In 1964, I took a license to work as a guide because I did not have any job. I graduated from the university, but there was no job. I was looking for a job. So somebody told me that you can make some pocket money. Why don't you start working as a tourist guide? And I said, yes, okay. So I took a license and started working as a guide. So in 1964, also happened to be there by jeep. He came in a jeep and I recognized him. So I was waiting for somebody and was sitting under a tree. So I stood up and I said, Namaste, Acharya ji. He was known as Acharya. So he looked me from bottom to the top and asked me, how do I know him? I said, you came to the house of such and such person for 3 days, and 2 days I have heard you, your discourses. That is why I know you. He said, but what do you do here? Where do you live? I said, I live just here. He said, this is the village of my grandmother, of Nani. I was not knowing who is Nani. And I have been coming to see these temples right from my childhood. I said, very beautiful. He said, but what do you do here? I said, I have become a guide last 3 months and I know about these temples. So he took my hand in his hand and he said, let's go, we will go well together. So we entered inside the temple and whatever informations I had about the temples, I conveyed them in 2.5 hours. The history, the architecture, and little bit the meanings of the sculptures, and it was all finished. So he asked me, tell more. I said, Acharya ji, I don't know more. I know only this much. Because those days there were about 6, 7 books written on these temples. So whatever was there in those books, I was knowing it. But he said that whatever you have been telling for 2.5 hours, it has nothing to do with these temples. I was unable to understand it, what he is telling. I told Acharya, this is what is written in most of the books about these temples. So he said that we have been talking about the past, about the graveyard. He used this word graveyard. I said yes, because I have to tell the date, the year in which these temples were constructed. So he said that that has nothing to do with these temples. These temples cannot be perceived, cannot be understood for the past. You have to be in the moment, you have to be in the present to talk about these temples. So I could not understand the depth what he was talking. But I said, Acharya, you tell me then something of what is the meaning of these temples? He said, next time when I will come, you will be my tourist and I will be your guide. So I had a chance to go with him around the temples 5 more times, 5 times more. So this is what he was transmitting me, everything. So whatever I share with the world, with the people around the world, it is all his transmission. I do not have anything of my own. It is all
Mm.
his gift, and it is really a very beautiful gift. Because these temples cannot be understood by the history at all. They are representing the present, and they have to be talked only in the present. Then we can understand. So this is my first meeting. The second meeting has been more beautiful, more beautiful, more beautiful. And then I have some memories of those being with him. Some memories are there. If you are interested, I can tell you, or you ask
Mm.
me another question, whatever you want to ask.
Yes, yes. First question you said was this in 1964, this second
Two,
meeting? The second meeting.
the second meeting. Yeah,
Yes,
second meeting,
two
1964.
64.
Two
Yeah.
meetings.
And
Then 65, then 66, then last was 67. And after 1967, he never came back to Khajuraho. He was too busy. He started traveling around the country, giving discourses all over India. So he did not have time to come. So the last visit was 1967, and all these 5 visits, I used to be with him, maybe for 6 hours, maybe for 5 hours, but not less than 5 hours.
did you take sannyas? When was it?
I took sannyas in 1974. I was from the first day, the beginning of the ashram, because
Mhm.
it was his wish. He asked me that if you come to the ashram, if an ashram happens in life, it will be a living Khajuraho. If an ashram happens in life, it will be a living Khajuraho. So whenever an ashram will start, you come and work there for some time, stay there for some time. So I stayed there for almost 2.5 years, from the very beginning, from the very first day.
You mean it was already in Pune?
Yes, I was in Pune for 2.5 years, from
Ah, okay.
1974 to 1976.
Wow. And how was to do dynamic meditation? Is the beginning of the active meditation at the time?
In the beginning, there used to be at the most 40 people, 35 people, maximum 50 people. But it was really incredible, incredible. It was beautiful.
Tell us
I
all
don't
about.
have words to express it because you see, whatever I feel, I cannot express it into the words. It is very difficult to say it.
Yes,
My
we understand.
silence is.
Yeah, we understand, but we can play a little. Yeah. If the words are given to us, we just speak out. Yeah, that's even the things we cannot convey into words, but we play around and see how close we can come. Yeah.
Yeah. You see, when I was there in the ashram, I used to work in different departments. I was working mainly in the storeroom. So that time the construction was going on, many things were happening in the ashram. So there were many things in the store. So people were coming, asking me, give me this, give me this, give me that. So most of the things happened in front of me during those days. And I have been really very busy in working. Because those days people used to work not for 8 hours, with 12 hours, 14 hours. I have seen with my own eyes people work even 16 hours a day for the creation of this paradise. So it was incredibly beautiful
You
way.
mean,
And I did not have much time really to meditate since I was working, but I used to go for all the discourses. And when I came back in the end of the 1976 year, no, yeah, 76 year, I started meditating almost for a year. And though that 1 year gave me a deep insight, what my master used to say, that my sannyasins can be in a meditative state even in a market. And that I have experienced in myself, that I can be in the crowd, but if my ears do not want to listen what the people are gossiping, what the people are talking, it will not enter into my eyes. They will receive only that what they want to receive. It is not I who decide that listen this. Once the body is left in a total spontaneous state, that it will listen only that what it wants to listen. It will take you only there where it wants to go, not you want to go. So this is my experience, that most of the worldly affairs, worldly words were not entering for many, many months together. It was a very beautiful state of being with the crowd, or there was no need to be away from the crowd. You are just in yourself, in your totality. So the meditations really work, or if the people do it in their totality, if the people are really available to the meditation, if they are really dedicated to it, if they are committed to it. If you have to meditate, if 3 o'clock in the morning, then really 3 o'clock means 3 o'clock. And I realized it, that it is not only I who are hungry, who are thirsty to know myself. It is also my body wanted to know herself out of this deep spontaneity. So I had a tremendous love for the whole structure of the body, and everything was working in a normal way. Since then, I have been on this path of sharing with the beloveds, with the friends of the Osho world.
mm, Swamiji, the moment, let's go back to the moment you received his initiation. Could you describe this moment for us? How was it for you to get your name?
This was
What,
really, this was
what's,
really very beautiful. I will tell you. I had some grudges against a person who used to read Osho, but he never mentions the name of Osho. He was telling to the people from his own experience. This is what he used to say. So when the initiation happened to me, I said, Bhagwan, there is a man in my locality, and he's all the time reading you, he's asking the books, but whenever he talks with the other people, he never mentions your name. At least he should have a gratitude, a reverence for you, that you have given him the wisdom. He said, forget about the world. Why you are worried? So he hanged the mala around my neck, and I touched his feet, but lying down for 10 minutes and crying and crying and crying. So Lakshmi, She took me, Ganga, it has been a long time. Others are waiting for sannyas. Give them their space. So for 10, 15 minutes, it was incredible being on its feet. But it happens only with deep trust, reverence, devotion, and total surrender. If these qualities are not there in a disciple, it is very difficult to have a communication with your beloved master. These are fundamental requirements for a deep communication. And when this communication happens, then the whole transmission comes in. Whenever I used to listen him, and if you ask me the whole discourse, I used to repeat. I don't know how it was there, but I was there in its totality, present totally there. So these things just penetrated deep down in my total being.
Mm.
So I loved it. I have an example for it. You see what happened once when Osho spoke on Jesus. So there is a book what we call mustard seed in English. So I heard these discourses, and in 1977, one cardinal of France, he was from Cluny, came to visit these temples, and I was in Khajuraho because I came back from the ashram in the end of the 1976. So 77, I started working, and it was the wish of Osho. He told me one day, I went for darshan, he told me, your work is done. Go back to Khajuraho and sing my songs.
Ah,
So I came back to Khajuraho. And so I took this man, cardinal, around the temple. And all the time, Jesus was coming to me. Because I heard him, I said, this is what Jesus told. This is what Jesus told. With any reference of the temples, he said, how do you know it? How do you know it? I said, it is not I. But this has been transmitted in me through my master who lives in Pune. So then he asked me the name of the master. I told him the name that he spoke on the New Testament. There is a book of him. If you want to buy, you can buy online also. So he must have bought that. I don't know, but such beautiful things happens.
mm. Hmm. As you speak, I remember one of the last lectures of Osho was about Christianity because some priests went to the ashram in Pune. Do you remember or do you know the story? Yeah. Yeah. I think that,
I think I read. I might have listened it sometime, but it
yeah.
is not coming to me.
Ah, okay. Okay. So, still on the sannyas moment, did he write down your name on the paper? How was it?
it was it was incredible. It was I did not have anything in the mind, nothing to ask, no question to ask, just being deeply with my head on his feet. I did not ask anything. No questions were there in my mind, except that question which I told to them. That he said that it is the world. People are pretending that they know it, but they do not know really. They have borrowed knowledge, borrowed wisdom. So they are all imitators.
It was a silent transmission in your side.
Yeah, it
Yes.
was. It is. Because we don't need words really. The words are not.
Just love,
Beautiful. Beautiful.
surrender.
And Ganga is the name of the river, yeah?
Yeah, it is the name of the river. It is the purest river which flows from the Himalayan mountains, the purest river of this country. Like the one in Jerusalem, which they have this river where John the Baptist used to take the people to baptize. So Ganga is meant for baptism, to baptize inner and outer. But if you are not ready to be baptized, river cannot do anything.
It's much beyond just a ritual, yeah.
Yeah, it is just a ritual.
Mm.
But it is meaningful, the ritual. If you trust, then the river works on you.
Mm.
If you don't trust, it does not work.
Mm.
It is a question of total trust, that's all.
And how did you relate to Osho after leaving Pune? Did you go visit him sometimes?
No, I have been hundreds and hundreds of times to Pune. Even when I came back, every 3 months I used to go, sometime for 10 days, sometime for 2 weeks. But I have been visiting every time till his departure from India. When he came back from America and was in Nepal, I went there. When he used to go to Manali, I used to go there also to see him in the mountains. So I have been always deeply rooted.
Mm.
Mm.
And Swamiji, when he was in USA, how was it for you? Did you stay in India and working as a guide?
Yes, I was working as the guide, but I had an opportunity to visit him also in Oregon
Ah, ah,
for a short time, just for a short time, and had an opportunity to see him. It
Mm.
was beautiful, but what I felt that it was very good that he went to America. Why? Because in India, maybe 3,000 to 5,000 people were visiting every day, apart from sannyasins. But in America, 25,000 people have been visiting every day. So the message was flashed around the globe. So this helped the world to understand themselves through his message, who they are or what they are there on this planet. So it helped thousands of seekers of the path of life. So it gave an opportunity for 25,000 people visiting, and then these 25,000 people will go to their countries, to their villages, to their cities. They are bound to talk to thousands of people. So the message was conveyed very quick, and it is
Yes,
became easy for the master to convey his message among the masses, among millions of people of the world. So I don't say that it was not good that he left India.
yes.
At least the world came to know him, who is he, and for what mission he has taken this
Mhm.
incarnation on this planet.
yes. The feeling I have is that he was willing to give his message, whatever was the cost of it. Uh, he went through the whole process. I was in Pune when Osho said this prison in America took 20 years of his life. And well, everything continues, yeah?
And it was another
Everything.
silent transmission when he was in the USA.
But you know, whatever
Years.
he wanted to deliver to the world, he has already delivered it. There was nothing more to tell to the world. He conveyed everything. He conveyed the whole essence of life to the people. So his mission was fulfilled.
Mm.
So if he left the body, it is okay. But only be disciples, be lovers are little bit not very happy, sad. It is not sad, but it is existence. Existence knows everything. It is not in our hands. But out of deep love, we feel that we cannot see him in the physical form, but we feel him each moment. He's around us. He's guiding 24 hours. But it is all up to us whether we want to feel his presence or not.
Yeah, I think who connected Osho in the heart, it's gonna stay forever with us. Yeah, it's impossible not to have it every day. Tell us about two things I want to know. First, how did you feel when you heard Osho has left the body? And
You see,
did you?
that day, no, I tell you the whole story. Before his leaving the body, the day he left the body, 2 days before I came back from Europe. I was in Europe for 3 months. So I went in a motorbike to a friend house. He invited me that have a dinner with me. So he asked me when I was in France, he asked me to bring a bottle of champagne. So I bought a bottle of champagne for him and he invited me for dinner. So I had little champagne also with him. And then after dinner, I was driving back to my home. And on the way, there were some boulders, stones. And on that, my motorbike collided. So I fell down, and my one of my eyes was wounded, and it started bleeding. So somebody took me to the hospital. And the next day, when I was on the bed, the prince of this village, the son of the king, who was my very good friend, and he used to read. I used to give him the books of Osho to read. So about 1:30 in the morning, he knocked the door and he said that your guru has left the body. I was on the bed with the accident. So I started crying. He sat down with me for an hour. And so I was unable to move from the bed because it took about a month for me to recover my wound here and here, everywhere. So what I felt deeply, I felt it deeply. When I became all right, then I went to Pune. So the very first few 1 month, I did not go there after his departure because of my physical problems.
So,
O Su, eu queria pedir um tempo para ele falar assim o que ele quiser sobre os ensinamentos que o Osho deu em Cajordarro.
she says she wants to hear from you whatever is the learning you got from Osho about Khajuraho. And if you want to share freely, no question, just talk about it. And also, how it goes now. Yeah, the work there. You just speak whatever you want about Tantra and Khajuraho and Osho's learning.
I have said in the beginning that Osho used to tell me that if an ashram will happen in life, it will be a living Khajuraho. Living Khajuraho. Understand? Living Khajuraho. These temples, the entire essence of the sayings of our master is around these temples. This is what these temples are representing. These temples are the symbol of duality. The entire duality means the world. But how to go beyond this duality? If you are still in duality, still you are in good, bad, sin, virtue, God, devil, how to go beyond that state of your being where accept everything as it is. There's nothing good and there's nothing bad. Something can be good for you, for the other, it can be bad also. So it is not universal. It changes the definitions from person to person. So these temples are representing the total acceptance to the life as it is. If anger is there, it is there. Accept it. Don't react to it. Don't try to find the remedies to remove it, to suppress it, to get rid from it. Just watch it. And slowly, slowly, it will be transcended. So these temples are the most psychological temples. And Khajuraho was the mass therapy center of the world, where thousands of people have been meditating together, experimenting together, and with all those experiments, they came to know that life, the one which you live, can become divine also. This is the first place in the world where the erotics are created on the temples. Nowhere else. The first time. Later on, rest of the temples followed it. They also created it. But the beginning is this place. This is what Osho has spoken. From sex to super consciousness. You can liberate while being into this world, whether you are attached or non-attached. It is not a question of being attached or non-attached. You have to be not on this side, not on the other side. You have to be right in the center. Once you are on any extreme, after some time, the extreme which is on the other side will come out. So this place belongs to the greatest masses of this planet. How we can find it out the potentialities of the seed from which we are all born. How this seed can be divinized. This is the place which has given this answer to us. That seed can transcend. If you change the direction of the seed, of this energy, what you call seminal energy, if you transcend it, without repressing, without suppressing, then you will unite with yourself, within your inner, what we call hermaphrodite, what we call half man and half woman. One can reach on that state also, but not through repression or through suppressing or through renouncing it, through understanding it. This understanding is needed with deep awareness. You have not to be on any side, no extremes. The pendulum of life is just like this. When the pendulum is stopped, you are neither left nor right. You are static. Once you become static, then you understand the mystery of the seed. Because all the religions of the world have given us a lesson to be celibate, to preserve this energy, to save this energy. But the whole world has been throwing this energy down. Down means to create the world. These are only the temples in the whole world where they have said that when you throw this energy down, you will create the world. But if you take this energy up, you will create yourself. You will be newborn in the same body. This is what we call sannyas. This is what we call initiation. You are reborn again into the same body. This is resurrection. The body is the same, but you are no more the same person. It is just like going on the Everest mountain, and if you don't have this force, this energy, how can you climb there? You need this, but not through suppression, not through repression, through watching it. Simply, you have to change the direction of it. Once the direction is changed, that everything will arrive into yourself. That is what Osho calls from sex to super consciousness, from sex to samadhi. Somebody made a film on me, from sex to spirit, a documentary for 1.5 hours, from sex to spirit. But I don't like this film. It's not that beautiful. It does not carry the essence of Tantra. So these temples has been the great mass therapy center of the world. There were thousands and thousands of people from all over the country, those who were visiting this place to transcendent, to go beyond the misery of life, but through accepting the sex. But awareness is needed. So that is the whole vision of Osho. Osho, if you see most of the early books of Osho, those small books, many symbols which are on these temples were used in those books. Like in the ashram, there was a signboard written, "Leave your shoes and mind here." It is from here. It was said
Yeah.
1,000 years ago. Many designs which are here also has published on the front page in his books. So these temples have been a big inspiration, a big transformation in his life. That is why he always says that I have been here thousands of times. But at least I had an opportunity to be with him 5 times for a long time, 5 hours, 6 hours. So these temples are not like other temples of this country. They do not resemble. They are beyond our definition of the temples. They don't belong to any imitation. It is not a borrowed wisdom which is there on these temples. These temples have nothing to do with any scripture. with any particular architecture. They have created themselves, whatever visions came to them. They did not follow the tradition which was going on in this country. They revolted against. They were rebellious. They did not follow the past. Absolutely new track and new vision they have given to the world, what we call the practical way of living a tantric way of life.
Swamiji,
So
how
this
old
is,
are
yeah.
these temples? You know?
As far as the history is concerned, we know only 10%. Why? Because these people have not written much history, only 10%. Because history is a past. History means the world should know that I have been a great builder, a great king who has created so many temples. This is what? This is a sign of satisfaction of my ego. I am somebody. I am something who has given something great to the world. So they were not interested that the world knows their names or not. So many temples, we do not know who created them. Even the fixed date is not there. But whatever record we found, 10%, we can say that they are roughly from 1200 years to 1000. 200 years, 85 temples were created. And this place was headed by the great tantric master, whose name is Gorakh. Gorakh. Osho has spoken on him. There is a book known as Dai O Yogi Dai. Dai O Yogi Dai. He says, also says that there are four important people which are holding the house of the whole mysticism of this country. There are four pillars of the entire mysticism of this country. What are these four pillars? He says the first pillar is Krishna. Krishna, man of Gita, Bhagavad Gita. If this man would have been not there, we would have not known unconditional love. Love not only to the human beings, love to animals, love to trees, love to nature, rivers, everywhere love. Jesus is the second one. He comes much more after Krishna. Krishna means 5,000 years. Then second man is Patanjali. Patanjali. If Patanjali would have been not there, we would have not known yoga. He is the man who has given yoga to this planet, to this world. Patanjali. He is the founder. Third man is Buddha. If Buddha would have been not there, we would have not known compassion. Compassion and commitment, deep commitment to meditation. He is the man. And fourth man is Gorakh. Listen, if Gorakh would have been not there, we would have not known Tantra. We would have not known mantras. Mantra. We would have not known yantras. Whatever yantras we all know in the world, they are given by Gorakh. Whatever mantras are there in the world. They have been given by Gorak, and thousands of techniques of meditations. So he is a great man. Also puts him the fourth pillar of the mysticism of this country is Gorak. So how important man is this? Gorakhnath. His guru has compiled this book, what he called Book of Secrets. These sutras, they're forgotten, they're missing. He collected all these sutras and compiled in a book, which we call Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. But he did not implement it. He gave these methods to his disciple Gorakh. And Gorakh has experimented all those methods like yantras, like mantras, and thousands of meditations and therapies on the masses of the people, on millions of people. It was a big commune here, 3,200 people. So he has been experimenting all on thousands of people of the Asia. So he has given something great to this universe, which we can never forget. If this man would have been not there, we would have not known so many methods of meditations. So this place, Khajuraho, belongs to this man, Gorakh. And he is the man who gave us that you can reach from sex to super consciousness also.
So beautiful, Swamiji. I just want to know if people want to visit and to tour the temple and to hear your stories, how they can know about it.
Contact you or
Contact you. Or...
You see, there has been many people from your country. Many groups are coming from your country. And
Vidya?
this year, I think, this year there has been three groups from your country.
oh,
Big groups, 30 people for 1 week.
oh,
So I'm sitting in the meditation hall.
Mm.
So we have a space for 50 people. So they stay here, they eat here, they meditate here in the temples.
uh-huh. Wow,
Wow,
so
that's
beautiful.
beautiful.
Yeah.
If you want to know about the for next year calendar, I can send the whole calendar to you of the next year
Oh,
because every year I have about 25 groups from all over the world.
Wow, wow.
This year, 25 for 1 week, some of them for 10 days.
oh,
Intensive meditations for 10 days. So I can give you the list next time.
Anytime you want to share it, we will be happy
please.
to know, please.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank
thank
you,
you
Thank you.
so much. We are
thank you.
very happy and we are very grateful that you shared so much with us. Thank you,
Thank you,
Swami.
thank you.
Love you.
Love you. Love you.
Okay. Thank you, thank you. Aja beta. So when you are coming to India,
Ah, as soon as we can.
as soon as we can. Yes. Okay.
But we want
but
so much.
his face seems to be familiar to me. I might have seen this Swamiji sometime in the commune. I don't remember, but the face seems to be little familiar to me. He
She,
had come to the
Você?
commune many times.
yes, I went to
Many
Pune.
times.
Pune.
Which year? Which year?
No, I went to Pune from 88 to 90. I was there when Osho left his body. And well, but I was very different, yeah, much younger,
Yeah, definitely,
long
definitely.
Long
hair.
hair.
So, Swamiji, we love this interview. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Take care. Okay, Swami. Okay,
Hugs from us.
wonderful.
Bye
Bye.
bye.